I will be reading from Don't Hassle the Hoff by David Hasselhoff. Prologue. Broadway. Opening night, Plymouth Theater. The stage manager asked me, "Are you all right?" "Yes, I'm okay. Now remember, I'm going to come off stage and between scenes, and you're going to tell me who I am." Yes. I'll say, "Now you're Jekyll," or "Now you're Hyde." And you'll give me my first line, and you'll point me in the right direction? Yes. Are you sure you're okay? I was far from okay. After 40 years in show business, my childhood dream was about to come true. It had been a long journey. Knight Rider had made me famous. Baywatch had made me rich, but Broadway had always been my dream. When I stepped onto the sidewalk that night, I could see my name in lights over Times Square. David Hasselhoff. That night, at 8 o'clock, a hush would fall in the Plymouth Theater. The overture would begin, and I would step onto the stage as the lead in Jekyll and Hyde, the musical. This would be the greatest night of my career, the pinnacle of my success. And I was terrified. I was terrified because I was not only an actor playing a role. I had something to prove. I had to prove that I was more than a guy in a red Speedo running in slow motion across a beach. At the theater, I looked in the dressing room mirror and said to myself, "What is wrong with you, David Hasselhoff? Why do you put yourself through this? Are you crazy? You're in the hardest role on Broadway. Singing 14 songs, playing not one character, but two. You're opening after only 5 weeks of rehearsals. You must be crazy." I had to sing 14 songs, including a duet between Jekyll and Hyde, in which I switched from one character to another in alternate lines. The orchestra started playing. The curtain went up, and I caught a glance at the audience, and I realized this was not a dream. This was Broadway. My parents were there, and my wife, Pamela Bach, was there with our younger daughter, Haley, my manager, Jan McCormick, my lawyers, Eric Weissler and Alan Wertheimer, my business managers, Bob Philpott and Peter Stoll, my press agent, Judy Katz, my friends, my peers in show business, including many other Broadway and Hollywood stars. All of them were there. The first notes came out of my mouth. Lost in the darkness, silence surrounds you. To be honest, I couldn't remember a thing about that show, except a standing ovation. This book is my opportunity to print something from my heart, to tell the truth and beyond. And the truth is not to be found in tabloid stories. The fact is that the critics have made a great number of assumptions about me, most of them untrue. Because I worked with the most beautiful women in the world on Baywatch. They assumed I had the best job in the world. And this was true up to a point, although nobody knew that the sand was hotter than hell. And the water was toxic. That every week we had to bow to the dictates of what was perceived as a horribly sexist show that was becoming more and more popular around the world. Every week we had a girl coming to work with a different breast size, or a different tattoo that had to be covered up, or a different personal crisis that had to be resolved. I'd look out my trailer when the assistant director shouted, "Rolling!" and the girls would drop their towels and I'd go, "Thank you, God." It was assumed by the critics that I was betting them all, but I didn't. I played Jekyll and Hyde for 72 performances. It was an emotional, wonderful, thrilling, and terrifying ride. One night, I overdid holding a high note and passed out on stage. Fortunately, it was the end of the scene, and I awoke to find the scenery being changed around me. Today, I am listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the most watched TV star on the planet, thanks to Knight Rider and Baywatch. Pretty funny with a name like Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff.